Hello, my name is Lillian Okibe. Welcome to my channel. Buildup is a very big issue in the lock community, and so far I have been able to keep my locks free from buildup and like pretty bright and vibrant, and I've been getting so many questions from you guys asking me how I've been able to achieve that. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I prevent buildup and how I treat it when it does occur. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then please keep on watching. First off, let's talk about what can cause buildup. Buildup can happen as a result of products in your hair that somehow get stuck in your locks that you're not able to get rid of. Buildup can also occur as a result of accumulation of dust in your locks. Sometimes it could be a mixture of dust and products like oils and things like that that you use to moisturize your locks. And buildup can also occur as a result of lint. What I mean by lint is basically fibers of fabric that on clothes that you wear, basically all those like little fibers that get stuck in your hair. So how I prevent, the first thing I do to prevent buildup is that I reduce how much products I apply in my hair, because if you are putting too much products in your locks, it's kind of like impossible for you to avoid buildup, because the more products you apply, the higher your chances of having buildup in your locks. So I try as much as I can to reduce the quantity of products I use. If you guys have been watching my videos, you guys know that when I was a loose natural, like I used to apply, right now I actually use just shea butter for my locks. That's what I've been doing since when I was a loose natural. But now, like, the quantity of shea butter I use in my locks is way smaller than what I used to use when I had loose natural hair. So yeah, another thing is, if your locks are greasy, it tends to attract more dust and lint and dirt basically. So if you apply a lot of products in your locks, you're going to be attracting more dust, and that eventually can result in buildup. Another thing I do to prevent buildup is that I'm cautious of the kind of clothes I wear, and I always try to make sure that when I'm getting dressed, I cover my locks with a satin scarf, so that as I'm putting on my clothes, my shirts or whatever, I don't have those like lint stuck in my locks. I feel like many people talk about how you protect your locks while you sleep, but many people do not mention while you're getting dressed. And sometimes, like, it's while you're getting dressed that you can actually put things in your hair from your clothes. So that's another thing. While you're getting dressed and when you're getting undressed, like when you're dressing up in the morning and when you're taking off your clothes, make sure that you cover your hair with like a satin scarf or like a satin bonnet to prevent fibers from the clothes getting into your locks. Now, another thing that I do to prevent lint is that I sleep on a satin pillowcase. Obviously, the more you lay on cotton and things that woolly fabric and things like that, the higher chances of having like lints that can eventually look like buildup in your locks. So I try as much as I can. When I sleep on a satin pillowcase. I don't sleep on a bonnet, I don't sleep on a scarf, because I've said this a million times, like it kind of like molds my hair, and I try as much as I can to prevent that. So I sleep on a satin pillowcase, and that helps to prevent my hair from getting on my sheets, you know, because my sheet obviously is not satin, so that I don't end up with buildup in my locks or buildup of lint in my locks. Now, another thing I do to prevent buildup is that I wash my locks. Like, I wash my locks regularly. By wash, I mean I don't wash with a shampoo all the time. I think at this point in my journey, I wash my hair with a shampoo like once a month, but I wash my locks like once a week. And by washing, I mean like just really getting rid of dust and dirt that may have accumulated on your hair. I wash my hair once a week with mostly water, right? And then another thing I do to prevent buildup is that I always try as much as I can to like dust my hair every day. When at the end of the day, when I get back home, I like dust all over my hair, just so that if for one thing or the other, for one reason or the other, I have like lint or dust accumulated on my hair, by the time I dust it out, it just helps to reduce how much of that settles in my hair and eventually penetrates into my locks. Now, despite all these things I do, it's still very like it's very difficult to completely prevent buildup, because the normal products that you use to moisturize your hair, over time they tend to accumulate. Sometimes it could actually even be when you're washing your hair with a shampoo. If you do not rinse your hair properly, that can eventually cause buildup in your locks. So all your products, from shampoos to whatever you're using to moisturize, oils, butters and things like that can eventually cause buildup over time. So what I do when I tend to notice buildup is that I wash my hair with honey. How I use my honey to wash my hair: I first get myself some warm water in a spray bottle, right? So this is warm water. So all I have to do is pour some honey into the warm water. I recommend using warm water just because I feel like warm water is just like easier to use for hair things, because first off, the fact that the water is warm will make it easier for the honey to mix with the water, right, than if you're using like cold or like room temperature water. The quantity of honey I put in is just about I would say a teaspoon. I've done this so many times, so I can eyeball that's a YouTube term. I can eyeball the quantity that I have applied. So after pouring it into the bottle, I'm just going to go ahead and shake it. So you want to shake until when it is like evenly mixed. This is what it looks like, right? It should have like a goldish color right? And then I'm just going to go ahead now and spray the honey all over my hair. I'm going to be really generous as I'm spraying it into my hair, because I feel like you want to make sure that you get it soaked in your locks. Now, so many people use apple cider vinegar to get rid of buildup. For me, I've tried using apple cider vinegar and I actually like it, but I prefer using honey because I feel like honey does pretty much the same job, if not even better, right? And honey does not dry out your hair, and after using honey you don't have any issue with having to feel like you need to condition or deep condition or whatever you need to do to your hair. And honey does not smell as bad as apple cider vinegar, so that's why I prefer to use honey instead of apple cider vinegar. So now I'm going to go ahead and just spray it into my hair, section by section. I like to divide my hair, like just section my hair and do it gradually, because I want to make sure that every lock kind of like gets some honey in there so that, you know, it's nice. Now, I don't recommend you just putting raw honey into your locks, because that can actually even make your locks tend to have buildup, you know. So you want to mix it with water. I feel like with locks, basically, it's always a good idea to mix whatever it is you're using, even if it's a conditioner or whatever. It's always a good idea to mix it with water. So I'm setting my spray bottle to the right spray level. Let's go ahead and just spray it into my hair. You want to spray it in and like gently work it in to make sure that your locks are really absorbing the mixture. And you want to be really generous, also making sure that you spray on your scalp and like just work that in there.
It was just a misunderstanding. You waited in the rain for hours, and I couldn't say the right things. No.
So I'm done applying spraying the honey all over my hair. So now I'm just going to go ahead and give myself a nice scalp massage. Oof, I really enjoy doing this.
Number twice, then I went home, but I wanna let you know that, yeah, everything about you makes me smile. I wanna be your best friend, your best friend. I wanna be around you all the time. You don't understand, you don't need to worry. I meant everything I said, you don't have to search no more. Love is all around, so baby, what's your hurry? You don't have to prove us to anyone.
ahead and cover my hair with a plastic bag and leave it in my hair for 1 hour. Like, the longer you leave it in your hair, the more effective it's going to be, you know. So I usually try to leave it for at least 1 hour. Sometimes it can be less if I don't have like too much build up to worry about. I mean, leave it for like 30 minutes, but ideally the longer you leave it in your hair, the more it's going to work. So after rinsing the honey from my hair, this is what it looks like. You guys can see how clean my hair looks. I feel like using this method is a really nice way to get rid of surface buildup and like buildup that has not been in your hair for a very long time. I don't know how well it will work for like buildup that is like deep rooted in your locks. I don't know how well it will work, but if you try it and it works for you, please let me know. But this is actually what I've been using, and I feel like this is a really nice way to act as like a preventive measure, you know, to prevent buildup and also to treat like surface buildup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video.